Fun.
It can't be Reynolds. It can't. It would have to be Jackman, right?
Yeah.
I can't. For me, it would have to be Jackman. It would have, like, it has to.
Forrest Gump would have a lot of one-liners.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
it was Ryan Reynolds.
Who would be Jenny? Kate Beckinsale or Mila Jovovich?
Kate Beckinsale.
I love it. No, I don't know. Jackman could do it
Okay.
without going into self-parody, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one I think I know this answer. Wesley from The Princess Bride.
Cary Elwes had an earnestness to him. I didn't see a lot of sarcasm in him in that. Or he was never Jackman.
Yeah, wow. I thought you were going to pick Reynolds with that one for sure.
No, because, all right, so think about him in Blade Trinity, or think about him in Six Underground, or even his Deadpool days, right? He's a very good actor. He can lead romantic comedies. He's been in some of the biggest. I mean, The Proposal was gigantic. But the way I see Wesley was more like romantic, was more, was less sarcastic, was more earnest, more like, so I think it's gotta be Jackman, because he can do funny, but then he can also deliver those lines in a non-sarcastic, earnest manner. So I'm gonna take Jackman.
Okay, so this is my last.
Mila or Kate?
Mila.
Oh.
Because I want her in more things.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, this is my last one. Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
Let's see, Marty McFly. So in that movie, Marty McFly, wow. Let's see. So he's in a band. He's doing that. That's heavy. Pull off the wonder. I can't see Hugh Jackman on a skateboard, so I gotta go Ryan Reynolds.
That's my decision too. I literally went to that decision. I was like, Hugh Jackman doesn't skate. Ryan Reynolds.
That's the weirdest thing we've probably ever thought. But that's my decision right there. He could not do it. I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that was a very hard round. I congratulate you. I believe you passed.
Man, that was good. Who plays his mom, Kate or Mila?
Oh, I think that's Kate. I think it's Kate. KB, yeah. I mean, Mila would just show up and beat him up.
Yeah, she wouldn't let Biff do that to her.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. No, all right. So now we just got done with that, but we also have one of our staples of when you and I get together, we do a weird draft. And so since this movie is about a hero with a hat, we talked about doing a hero with a hat draft that we could come up with our best five. So you want to do that?
I do. Okay. Do you want to go first or second?
Okay, can I go first? Or do you want to go first?
Absolutely go first. Yeah, there's no way you're going to pick my number one.
So I'm taking Brad Pitt from Moneyball because he can pull off a visor.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That was on my initial list, and I took it off.
I just, who wears visors good? Maybe Paul Rudd could wear a visor?
I don't even know if he could. Very few people can wear them.
Did he wear a visor in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
It's been so long since I've seen that movie that I don't know.
You see that visor and you're like, that belongs there. So that
totally belongs there.
That's my hero with a hat. Is my first one. It's Brad Pitt and his visor in Moneyball.
Okay, my number one overall pick is Quint from Jaws.
I have that right here.
I knew it would probably be on your list. I didn't think you would get it number one because his hat is formed into essentially a triangle. It's the craziest fold I've ever seen. It's just a cadet hat with just folded in half. It's really crazy.
And it's been on his head for the last 20 years.
Minimum.
Oh, I love it. No, so right beneath Moneyball, visor, Brad Pitt, I have Quint Jaws.
Okay, I'm good. I almost picked the other hat too from that movie.
Hooper.
Hooper, yeah, I almost picked that hat, but I went with Quint because I like it better.
Now, this one, it seems a little weird, but I'm taking Peggy Carter from Captain America because you just think of the hat that she wears. When you think of Peggy Carter, you think about her red hat. So
yeah,
you got to have Peggy Carter in there because she crushes that hat. Haley Atwell crushes that hat. Like that.
Yeah, I like her.
That hat doesn't wear her. She wears the hat. And I think it can be the other way around. Like you watch the movie Next with Nicolas Cage, that hat wears Julianne Moore. in Event Horizon, that hat wears what Jolie Richardson. In other films where there's silly hats on people. So that hat wears them, but Peggy wears that hat. So that's what I'm picking Peggy Carter from Captain America: First Avenger.
Okay. So this is heroes. So I have a hat that I want to pick, but I can't pick it because the guy is not a hero.
We'll give one villain. Want to do one villain hat or no?
We can do. No, let's stay with heroes, but I'll tell everyone what it is right now, just so we know this was. I was thinking about this. The panel hat from Fifth Element.
Yes.
It's such a weird hat that it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm gonna throw out Rose the Hat from Dr. Sleep real quick.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I love that movie so much. It's excellent.
So good. That's a big episode. People love that episode. That's a popular one. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna go with the police hat from Fargo. It's so good. It's so good.
Marge.
Yeah, Marge.
Let me write that down. Marge from Fargo. She looks perfect in that. That's a great pick. That's a great pull. Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna take this one's weird, but I'm gonna go with Silent Bob from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, or Clerks, because all he does is wear that hat backwards. And he's a hero. He becomes a hero.
He is.
And
I looked at that one too.
That hat's him. That is him. So I am taking Silent Bob from all of those movies.
Speaking of silhouettes, my number 3 is McReady from The Thing.
Yes.
With that cowboy hat's amazing.
That's already picked. That's beautiful. That's a huge hat. He had no say in it. He showed up on set, and they just put it on his head.
Good for him. Like it's iconic.
Oh, I love that hat. Oh man, perfect pick. What a great pick. I'm jealous. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So if I leave out a hat, I think people are going to be very angry. But, oh man, this is tough, dude. This is tough. Oh.
I mean, is it the one we're both thinking of, like the number 1 hat of all movies?
Yeah. Yes. But I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all right. 1, 2, 3. Over the top.
Oh, you did. You. I thought you were going to go with Indiana Jones.
Oh no. That's too easy. Like that. I wanted over the top because you take the hat up front and you just flip it around the back. So that's a great pick. That's absolutely that's on my list as well. So here's a story about that. Recently, I watched Cliffhanger for an episode of my podcast. We're doing a nostalgia episode it'll be out by the time this plays. And I used to watch Cliffhanger a lot. And he has a hat on in that film, Stallone. Mm-hmm. And it's a kind of cool hat, but it led me down this weird path because I was like, how many hats does Stallone wear in movies? And frankly, it's not too many. You know, it's Rambo, it's Cliffhanger, it's Over the Top. But if you look into his images online, just the actor, he wears so many hats. He's a total hat guy. Watch Expendables. It's just hats on him the entire time, man. So many hats.
It's crazy. Okay, that's a weird sidebar.
No, you know, it's funny. We were watching Expendables 2 and 3 the other day, and we just were looking at the hats. You have Jason Statham's Newsy hat. And then you have all the other hats. There's always hats in that movie. Like Kurt Russell, oh man, what's his name? The guy who does push-ups and pushes the earth down. Chuck Norris wears a hat. Everyone's wearing hats. All right, never mind. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's good. So
can we do 6?
Yes, I'm having a hard time. Yeah, there's so many good ones. I want to do Robin Hood's hat because it's so ridiculous and like no one would think. None of us would think to pick that, but I think it's good.
Oh, that's perfect, man. I mean, that's iconic. Because
pick Robin Hood.
Oh, let's do the 1922. Is that no? That's not 1922.
I think that's.
Let's see. Well, there was a 1922, right?
There's a black and white one.
And then Errol Flynn.
It was Errol Flynn. I was thinking the Errol Flynn one.
This is so hard. So I have 4. Okay, I guess I'll just do. I don't know if we'll pick this at the end, but I just love Denzel's hats in Two Guns because you never really think about Denzel with hats too much, but he's wearing a hat the entire time in Two Guns. It just makes me happy, and Bill Paxton's in it, so I'm gonna give him that. And we chose to leave out westerns, by the way, just letting everybody know. We could do one western, but we chose to leave it out.
Limit it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one I want your opinion on. Raiden's hat from Mortal Kombat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it feels very iconic.
Oh yeah, Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, he counts as a hero.
You know he paid for the entire rap party in that movie?
That dude's awesome.
Yeah. Anderson loved him, by the way, man. They said that he just came in and crushed it and everyone loved him. And then he went to Thailand for free. He didn't get paid because he's like, I'm not going to shoot all my scenes in LA. It looks stupid. So he flew out there and just like for free, did all his scenes out in Thailand.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
If anyone gets bored, I just wrote a huge 25th anniversary piece about Mortal Kombat for Rotten Tomatoes. So go read that. I think you'll maybe like it or leave a terrible comment thrashing it in the comment section.
You mean a fatality, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so I have my last pick, and I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to let you pick Ernest P. Worrell from the Ernest movies, because he's always wearing his hat, or Short Round from Indiana Jones.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't know if either of us are going to pick Indiana Jones, and we are going to get a lot of hate for that.
Well, we'll just say not too obvious best hats.
Okay, so I have a vested interest in Ernest P. Worrell. Not only did we do an episode on him, did I dress up like him for Halloween, I wear that hat I bought for Halloween on a daily basis because now I just have a Ernest hat, a white Ernest hat I wear around.
Oh, I love it.
So it's going to be Ernest.
Okay, and then, I mean, Short Round's strong. It's just...
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a strong one. Yeah.
All right, so I got my picks.
Okay, so this is going to be an audible. You remind me of this hat when you talked about Christopher Lambert, which got me to think about Highlander, which got me to think about, I believe it's Corsair. Is that his mentor's name? Mm-hmm. Who shows up with the bright purple hat in Scotland.
Yes. Sean Connery.
It's so good.
Oh, what a great hat. And the Kurgan.
It's so good.
What a good film. So I got to leave out here. I have Unbreakable. The cap that he wears, I love that. And then I also have Wayne's World cap.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the ones I left out was Sherlock Holmes deerstalker cap, and then Jesse's hat from Toy Story.
Yeah, that's strong. All right, so we're going to keep... Okay, MacReady's first, correct?
Yeah, 100%. No problem.
Okay, so we're going to do... We obviously got to do that. So we're going to go MacReady. Yeah. Who else is there? I
really like Peggy Carter's hat. Yeah. I think it's so iconic for that character.
Our hat squad. Our non-obvious hat squad. I love it. All right, so Quint, I mean, that's a beat. You can't out Quint, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. The saltiest hat in the world.
Oh, I love it. All right, so we're going to go Quint. So we have Peggy Carter, Quint, and MacReady.
Yeah.
And then we also have Ernest P. Worrell, Stallone, Raiden, Corsair, Robin Hood, Moneyball, Silent Bob, and Denzel's hats from Two Guns.
This is so hard. Say it one more time for me.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Okay.
Stallone over the top. Raiden, Corsair, Errol Flynn, Robin Hood, Moneyball, Visor, Brad Pitt, Silent Bob, and Denzel hats.
I feel like Stallone from Over the Top is spot on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like people know that we would pick that. So if we're going to do a non-obvious one, we shouldn't pick it. But if we want to lean into like the best hats in movies, you have to pick it. So it depends on which direction we want to go.
Let's do non-obvious hats.
Okay.
So, I mean, is Quint an obvious hat?
I don't know if Quint is an obvious hat. Because when I did my research, it showed up on like one article, but not more than that.
And MacReady never popped up. What about Marge? She's a non-obvious hat, right?
Yeah, she's absolutely non-obvious.
Can we take Marge?
Yeah, let's take Marge.
Right.
And she has two good hat moments in that. She has the knit hat, and then she has her police hat.
I love it. So we have Ernest, obvious hat. Stallone, obvious hat. Robin Hood, he goes with the hat. So Silent Bob is associated with the hat. So we have Robin Hood, Corsair. We have Raiden. Who do you think should get who should get the final hat?
Oh, it's so hard. The hat that I love the most is Corsair's hat because it's so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I think the hat that's more iconic is Raiden because when he first looks up at the camera, and it's a very good scene if you played that game. But for a non-obvious one, it's Corsair.
Okay, let's do Corsair. So we have the 5 that we picked are Corsair from Highlander, MacReady from The Thing, Marge from Fargo, Quint from Jaws, and Peggy Carter.
It's a good list.
Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, that was fun. That was good. One quick thing that we haven't covered yet and I want to talk about. So I love in the Mummy commentary when Stephen Sommers is complaining incessantly about the extras. But in this one, he doesn't. He loves the extras. And the extras are really good in this movie. It made me pay attention to the extras more. And I really dug. There was not one extra in this movie